Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We're back on Court Farm. I'm carrying on with our contractor series. Right, so first things first, we have got a lot going on in this episode, so I just want to get through some updates I've got within GE that I've done. So I've sorted out the entrance. There was a bit of dry stone wall that I missed out last time I was doing some work, but I've removed that. Decided to put in a proper fence and gate, as you can see now, which is pretty good. I even put my own sign in, so this is proper. This contracting is obviously kicking off now. We got our own sign, Scroft Agri, got the JCB on there, and changed the colours of my logo to yellow. So that's that, just to try and make it a bit better. This entrance as well, I've sorted out kind of like a more open yard. Got rid of that garage as well, and the seasonal items that I mentioned in the last episode, and there was a van here that I've missed out as well. So that's all sorted out now. It's nice and open. Easy to get in. Might have to adjust the auto drive routes that I've done coming in and out of this area though. So we might have to look at that. So obviously got this grass field that we're going to be working on to get some hay for the sheep. We are going to get some sheep as well. I've got a list of things I want to do in this one. Definitely. I have moved around some things as well just to try and tidy up. I did have the spreader over on the racking, but I've decided to put the tools for the telehandler on there because I think it's going to be better. And we're gonna buy some proper racking and put it somewhere for big bags, probably IBCs as well. We could use the left hand side of that racking there for IBCs, but you know, if it comes to it, we can just get some more space. I do like that area. I think it's good. It's just a shame it doesn't fit big bags, but there is some racking that I've got as a mod that I can use. Sorted out this area in here, so we've got the tools now properly in there, not just sitting around. This area is free again, so we can get in there to use the jet wash. Trailers are all in there, and yeah, pretty much the rest of it's the same. So the chickens are happy, consumed a lot of feed. If we just have a quick look at that, yeah, if we just have a quick look, you can see their actual health's gone down as well because this needs going in. So we need to put some more food in because they've consumed, yeah, as you can see, quite a chunk of everything else, and the base food and moisture food's gone down. That's just because when I first put the big bags in, originally we had the Durka chicken food that was filling up all these 4 categories, but I changed it to wheat. So wheat's now what we're going to be doing to feed chickens, which is why we're going to be planting wheat, hopefully, soon. So yeah, that's just messed up that feeding, but it'll soon come in line. But the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to give the chickens a bit of a top up. So we're going to get the bucket. Now, I am going to do, hopefully, quite a lot in this episode. I'm going to need the help of course plate, auto drive, all that. Definitely going to need some helping hands. Definitely going to need some workers out in the fields for it. I'm hoping it works out, though. Like, I honestly think we can... Yeah, we can do this in this episode. I'm hoping to do a big contract. Well, it's not a big contract. It's just the job that it is a bit of a pain. Well, I actually don't mind it, but depends on the size tool you go for. So... Let's get a scoop of this. Paid 10 grand for this wheat. Rip off. Crazy prices for wheat, that is. But we need it for the feed. Soon we can make our own anyway. I mean, hopefully as well we'll get a silo at some point because they're not that expensive. You can get a small silo. It doesn't hold much, but for what we need, it'll do the job. And we are going to get out in there. We're going to make some hay bales in this episode. Probably going to go with square, so we're going to get the square baler out for once, which is... Yeah, it's been a while since we've done that. We've usually been using the fast baler by Mark Thor. There we go. There we go. So let's have a quick look at the chickens now, just see where they are. So you can see that's only gone 1,000. It's because it basically goes up as, I'm sure it's like 40, 30, 20, 10 of the mixture. That's about there, but yeah, that'll time over, and we're still obviously getting some eggs, which is the main thing. All right, so next job, I think we're going to go and sort out a bit of a contract to earn some cash. Now, my thought process in this is pretty straightforward. I've got 78,000 right now. We did really well in the last episode. We made loads of money, and we obviously bought that expansion to that field. So if we just quickly go and jump over to that field, I can pretty much talk you through what I've done since then. So there you go. You can see that it's now combined into one big field. I moved out the hedge, so we've got a nice open area to get in. I will sort this out eventually. I'm just not sure how it's going to finish off. So I've left it open for the meantime, but I will get you know, a double gate in there, and you know, we'll fence it off a bit just to make it look better than what it is right now. But what I was thinking is this field now is combined. It looks pretty good. I haven't done the boundary yet. I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do before we plant in. Now, it is October, but we've got the rest of October and technically to the end of November before we need to plant in the wheat over winter to start harvesting it, probably in July because we're planting it in winter. So we've got plenty of time, really. So my thinking is we've got more time. So instead of planting wheat into this field, we should make it bigger. We should aim to get that patch of land there, which is actually 116, I think it is. No, sorry, 119. 116 is the other side. So we need to get 119. And then I think that's the best option. I've checked as well, and it's just cultivated. It's got weeds in, but it's not growing, so there's nothing planted in it. So if anything, it's the perfect field to do because there's nothing in it. It's cultivated already. Technically, we can just start planting into this if we combine them. So that's my aim. Now, luckily, it's a small one, so it's not that much money. Technically, we could buy it now for 77,000, and it's 100% loam as well, so it's a good patch of land. It's going to return quite a lot. So what I'm thinking is we do a contract. We earn enough money to kind of pay for the sheep that we want to get in this episode. We still buy that patch of land, we combine it, and then obviously we've got a much bigger area then to work with, and it's going to be a nice big wheat field for our first harvest. So we can sort out planting. We will need to do a bit of lime before that, but we can sort it all out. So when we do our next harvest in this area, it's actually now 3 fields instead of this original 1. So I think that's probably the best way to go. So we need to make some money. That's the basic gist of it. We need to make money, and we can then kind of we can cover the costs needed to get the sheep in. Anything else we need, we'll have a bit of cash spare hopefully, and then we're not obviously just leaving ourselves with nothing. So we're going to go and do a contract now. Let's jump back over here because we have got the grass field to tend to. That's what I need to do. So I'm not going to be able to use any grass equipment because my equipment that I obviously got, I can't lease out unless it's, I think it's Richard Powell or something his name is. It's the only one that we've done enough jobs for to lease out the equipment. So yeah, we need our own equipment really to do this patch of grassland to make some hay for the sheep that we're going to get in this episode. So the problem with that is we can't do a grass contract, which is usually the best ones. So I've been looking at contracts thinking, which one can we do? We obviously need a harvest one because we could still use the harvester. And the second most highest in net profit is this one. Clifford Powell, luckily for us, is the best one, but it's sugar beets. Now, I know what you're thinking, sugar beets are a pain, but with Clifford, it's an interesting one this is, because I know for a fact we did 7 jobs for him, but for some reason it's reset to 1. So I technically can't borrow items from him because I've got it set where within my contracting settings, I need to unlock, to unlock borrowing equipment, I have to do 7 jobs. Now, you can go back and check the videos. It was Clifford Powell. I think we got up to 27% discount, and we ended up buying this patch here that was the grass field from him. But for some reason, it's reset. So what I'm going to do, because that's bloody cheating, that is. I'm not having it. So I'm putting it down to 1, right? And we're going to do this sugar beet contract, but we're going to lease out the equipment because it's the best one. And we've worked hard to do the jobs for Clifford Powell, so it's a strange one. Now, we're going to have to keep in mind, though, that it's only with Clifford Powell we can do this. We know we've already done 7 jobs for him. You know, it's there on YouTube for you to see. Everyone else, we need to make sure we change it to 7. So, because that was what I set out. And I think that's probably about fair because it's kind of, you do so many jobs for a farmer, they might lend you their equipment at some point because, you start earning their trust. So we're going to do this contract. We're going to go crazy on this one. We're going to borrow the items. We're going to do it all with Courseplay. Should be nice to use a few different pieces of kit. Hopefully we'll make enough money, to cover the costs of everything we need, and we'll be left with a bit of cash. We'll also get the field, and by the end, hopefully, we'll have an even bigger field to start doing our arable work in, and we'll also have some sheep with some hay to feed them. That's the aim. So let's get this sorted then. Let's borrow the items. Now, it was only a decrease of about 380 something pound it was by leasing them items out. So let's have a look at this. Has everything gone to the shop? I don't think it can fit everything in, can it? So I bet you any money some of the items have gone to Court Farm. Or George's house. Maybe, maybe not. So, where are the other items gone? So that definitely wasn't everything, was it? We should have 2 trailers somewhere knocking about. Oh, they're right at the back there. Okay, well, that's alright then. I wonder what the biggest tractor is. Just trying to think. Well, this is the only one with a front PTO, so I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this as the setup to start out on that field. This is a hefty piece of kit. I hope this voucher does it. This is what they've supplied us with. And then we've got 2 trailers at the back that we can use with that New Holland. Fair setup, isn't it, for this? I honestly think this tractor should have a bit more juice. It's weird as well because we go to lease items. It's not actually showing me these items. So I can't actually get the information on which one's the biggest tractor. But I'm sure the Valtra is. It's got to be anyway. It's got the front PTO. And I'm hoping that it's set up to go, you know, in one sweep. Right, so we're going to be going to field 61. Best route to that. Probably across there and down there. Now, I don't want to set this with auto drive because I've got a feeling with it being such a hefty setup, it might get caught up somewhere. So I'm going to go quickly just drive this over. And I'll see you outside the field. So what we're going to do, I've set up a course. I've done 5 headlands because obviously it's not the biggest piece of kit. This is going to be a test for Courseplay, it really is, because obviously I've got the topper at the front, which I probably should drop down and turn on just in case it doesn't do this. So there we go, first waypoint. And we should be taking in some sugar beets now. And we are. So there we go. So, yeah, we let it do its thing. Hopefully, we get through. Oh my god, that is filling up quick. We need to get them bloody trailers here. ASAP. I mean, they're on the way. They're on the way. It's just probably going to take them quite a bit of time. Just trying to think, is he going to turn? He is. He's going to turn up that track there. It might be quicker if I do this, because I think we're going to wait it out too long. It might be quicker, if, to be honest, if I use my own trailer. But they're there now. Let's just see how they get on. It has got a dolly on that side, so we just hope that it doesn't collide. That's the thing. I mean, to be honest, it's getting through the field. I think the headland's where it might struggle, but we'll see. So the next job is, unbelievably, we're going to use the tiny tractor. We're going to do some fertilizing. That's hopefully going to be the last job on the big grass field that needs doing. So let's just get out, refill this. As crazy as this is, it's going to be like, I don't know, I think it's about 50 litres. And for a tractor, that is hardly anything. There we go, 60 litres. So let's get hooked up to the spreader, and I think it should do a good enough job at this. We have got a few bags of fertiliser left. You can see the ore drive is doing something. And Courseplay, bit of a mixture of the both. We will fill this up. I might not actually have anything left. I think we did fill it up, didn't we? Oh, we've got some left. Hopefully that'll be enough. It's a big field. There we go. Is it 100% anyway? Now, let's have a look at this auto drive path. I'm hoping it'll still work. Grass field. No, it's going to connect. I need to adjust that then. So let's set that going after. Probably the best thing to do. We will get starting work on them grass fields, definitely. So let's get this set up then. We'll do it, hopefully it will not collide. I think the entrance going into here is fine with auto drive. So course generation. We'll do 2 headland passes. It's a massive spreader. There you go. That's that. So now all we need to do is make sure we got that and the course plate and the first waypoint. Off you go. It should start the job on its own now. How's this getting on? Right, we've got an issue here. We nearly got there. I mean, there is an actual fence on the other side of this. It's the one field. Yeah, it's the one. It's the one field that's got a boundary on. That's got a collision on it. I think we should have probably skipped a row, but we'll see if he'll be alright after this. I mean, I did give enough room, I thought. I tell you what I'll do. Let's start this again. Let's do this course again. Let's go up to 8, and let's start in the centre, but we want to skip a row, and hopefully that'll be enough. Drive it up there. I mean, there's going to be a lot of messing about with course play, especially in this episode, just because I know doing sugar beets is not the easiest thing in the world. But we're doing well. 67%. We took a tiny chunk of the field out. I think that's enough for him to turn. I mean, luckily it's only at the bottom there where he's going to collide. So hopefully this will make it a little bit easier, especially now that we've skipped a row. And we're taking in sugar beets. Okay, so we'll just have to hope that that's working. This, when it gets down to field 61, is, yeah, it's not a nice turn in. I cut through the hedge. But as long as he's in the field, you know, we can keep filling up the trailers ourselves manually. I could set course play going, but I don't know if it'll recognise the second. Yeah, that really needs to turn inwards. But no, that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. He's coming up here anyway, so let's see what happens. If he gets in this, then I'll take my hat off. I will. I'll take it right off. Got to see what happens here, though. This is going to be a challenge. It's that turn-in that's going to be problematic. The dolly really does help. Nice wide entrance. Flying through. Bang and bang. That is typical. He went in too hot, I think. Yeah, that's never going to come out now. We're going to have to use super strength. There are some tight gates, aren't there, in here, unfortunately. Come on. There we go. Not pretty at all, is it, when you have to do that? So, yeah. But we shouldn't be messing about in this field for too long, because of the fact that it's... because of the fact that it's a contract. I mean, I wanted to do this contract and then leave it alone, but it's going to be the opposite to that already. Don't you start driving off. There we go. So at least we're unloading it. It'll give it a bit of time. They're small trailers, aren't they, as well? I wonder how many trips we're going to have to do. Right, so let him carry on. We'll just go sit. I don't know, we'll sit probably over here. Just out the way. Gonna have to, yeah, just drive through hedges, unfortunately, in this one. It's a very tight field for two trailers hitched up. Right, so he's happily carrying on in the grass field. You can see it's massive. It's massive. It's going to be good, this is. But the nitrogen does need a bit of work. Right, so with all that faffing about, let's get into this grass field. I need to make a bit of hay. It shouldn't take too long. It's only a small field, but still. I feel like I might have taken on too much, especially with that sugar beet field. It's a pain, that is. A proper pain. There we go. That's that done. So, probably start about here. We'll go right to the edge. Check that it's cutting at the right thing. Don't think it is. That's again. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's what we wanted to see. And I guess that's going to be the same. There we go. So let's hope that everything works. soon as we see a notification saying the harvest is full on the sugar beets, we can go and sort that out. But we've got to get busy with this, really. We've got to mow it. We've got to obviously ted it, row it up, and finish off by baling it. And we'll get it done. Just going to be a lot of jumping to the harvester out in the sugar beet field, which is important, really. It's an important job. We should get some good money from it.
Lame the weak, too afraid to start the dreams that only came to pass them by. Here's to the broken man who stood and watched when he heard you can, 'cause it shows me that faith is more than sight. Here's to the wandering child looking for a star to guide, pushing through the darkness of the night. Hold your hand up to your heart. I know it's just a chance to start. I know that it might feel like it's too hard. Time to watch, grab a hand and make this day our march. Pulling down the walls we cross, fighting through the wars we lost, looking for the day when we have won. All you need, this old world doesn't see. Someday we could all be free. We could change the world if we would just believe. 'Cause faith and love is all you need. This old world doesn't see. Someday we could all be free. Yeah, we could change the world if we would just believe.
Right, welcome back. This has been a stinting off, I have to say. You know when you just think you're going to do something and it was the right idea, but then it ends up being a mammoth task? Well, this is one of them moments. I did get the hay done. I cut the time-lapse off at that point because I thought Courseplay was just having a nightmare. I was missing loads of bits on the edges. Like you can see where he's basically removed the foliage but not actually taking up the sugar beets. So I'm hoping that I've done enough because there's a little bit on the edges, especially on by the gate where I've actually not harvested. It's probably better. You can see that I'm at 99% as well on field progression, so I'm hoping that hits 100. But you can see there's just a few little bits around the edges. The orange bits is where I've missed the harvest, so we'll find out. We'll find out. Alright, so last little bit now. Hopefully this will bring me to the 100% mark with the contracts. Let's just quickly scroll to that. Looks that way. That looks complete to me. I mean, what we could do is just go and take this last bit, and if you can just see it up there. There we go. Let's remove that. There's only a few bits. I have tried to go over if I see it, but yeah, the corners especially were shocking. But there we go. We just improved it a little bit more. There'll be a few little bits, but do you know what? Overall, that's not too bad. So let's do that. Lift everything up. Last little bit. 1,190 litres into the trailer. We can take it up. I've actually got the other trailer set up waiting there to be tipped away. So we've got 2 full trailers over there. But yeah, we've delivered 65% of it. The field progression finally hit 100%, so that's great news. And there we go. We've done the job. That was a proper task. It's the equipment and the tractors I actually got on lease where, yeah, they just weren't very good at all. So let's fold that. And we can turn it off. Yeah, I feel like we should have got more power. I feel like what we were offered was just made the job a lot worse than it should be. Well, here we go. Last load to take. We can bring in some money. We can go and get ourselves a few sheep, feed the hay, and yeah, final step will be to buy that field. Now, let's take this way. Here we go. Let's get this done. Let's bring in the extra cash that we need. I feel like for the work we just did, we should probably get paid like 3 times more for that. That was insane. But it was the best one on offer. And I think, you know, looking back, might have been a bit too much to do. But it's done. And that's the main thing. You need bigger equipment for sugar beets. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if you do it, put the work in, you will get a decent return. But yeah, it's about just getting the right equipment to make your life a little bit easier whilst doing it. Nice change though, nice change of pace. At least we've done now a sugar beet harvest. So let's tip this last trailer in. We can just obviously return this back, so we may as well just leave it up here. Clifford Powell as well. Bloody 1 job, even though we've done 7. That's a bit strange as well. So the money isn't going up yet, so this last trailer load is, yeah, we're only at 86% transported. So I don't think we're actually going to get much in return. It just goes to show how much grass there are, just crazy. Like even the other harvest as well, though, to be fair to it, give a lot back. Whereas, you know, this isn't going to be much, 22,000 litres, even if it's, you know, we're going to be lucky to get a few thousand from this. I definitely haven't missed enough for it to be on my side. So the money's now starting to go up. So yeah, that's not too bad at all actually. 6,000. I'm complaining, whereas I've just got 6,000 and the job is done. I'm happy with that. What a task and a half that was. Let's go back, turn that off, and let's go back over to here. Talk about the hay. So I went for the smallest size square bales. just because I thought it'd be easier to kind of maneuver them around on the farm. Really didn't matter, to be honest. I could have gone with the larger bales, but it looks better than what it is, really, as well. It looks like we got more, so that's not too bad. If we have a look at PF, I've got a feeling this field now could be maxed out. Nitrogen's gone back down. Yeah, 99. I'm happy with that. Pretty much maxed out, so that's improved everything. Obviously, all this will be 100. That's because I own the map. So that's 52. I think that's going to bring us down, you know. We might have to sell that. But we shouldn't do that, really, because there's parts in between the map, in between the fields that we're buying. So that's, yeah. That might bring the score down quite a bit. Ah, well, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Anyway, let's take that off. We don't need that now. There's no tractors getting stuck on fences. So, next step, we need to get sheep. We can also finish off that contract. Let's do that first, just to see what money we're going to get. We'll collect that. Thank you very much. So that's brought us to 93,000. We may as well actually buy that field. Let's do it. Now, field 119. Plot 16, but field 119. 77,000. Do you want to buy it? Yes, we do. Great news. So we've got a bigger field now combined. Because if we have a look, that's 1 acre. Oh, this in hectares, but we can go off that. So we've got 1 hectare. Yeah, we've pretty much got over 3 hectares now. It's not bad at all, is it? Right, so let's get ourselves a few sheep. Fly through here because it's kind of block the way. We're going to like mix them up, but I'm not too fussed about the breed type. I do like the look of these. I think they're at a good age. Now, I don't know if it's going to be... Like, if we got 30... Now, well, let's get 25. 25 is not bad, is it? Because they'll obviously breathe through. And there we go. Nice. We've got chickens and sheep now. So, let's have a look what we need to do. Do they need water, or is it automatically done? Let's have a look at the animal... tab. Sheep. So we don't need to give them water, that's a bonus, but we do need to give them food. Now I've set up where if I feed these hay, that'll tie them over. Now they are sheep, pretty much sheep can just fend for themselves, so there's no reason why to do anything other than that. So we're going to go pick up a couple of bales, finish off by giving the sheep what they need, and then I think we've done everything we've set out. We even fertilised the big grass field as well, so that's going to come in handy, because that's going to be a massive return when that pays off. And we've literally just got to wait for it now. Yeah, just wait and hope that we get a decent amount of grass from it. We should do. We've maxed out pretty much everything that we can do. I'd be surprised if we don't. So let's pick up, let's get, I'd say just 2 at the moment. 12,000 litres should be good enough for a bit. And I will stack these away properly. I'll find a home. Struggling to think where to put them. I might just put them under that shed in the front of where the sheep are. It's got some cover. Might be just a good spot for the meantime to kind of drop some bales. Physics, giant bales physics is ridiculous. They're so much more heavier in real life that it take a lot of force for that to not stay on there. Do wish they made it a little bit heavier on the bales. Anyway, let's go do this. Bit of hay for these sheep. Hopefully we'll be getting some good wool soon, and then, you know, we'll move over to, well, we'll have pretty much quite a lot, won't we? We'll have eggs from chickens, wool from the sheep. Start looking at some production stuff. Not bad at all. So there you go, maxed out nearly with the sheep, and that's because the grazing as well. So we've got the grazing mod that's kicked in over here and taken some, so that's even better. That might mean that when I've stacked them bales up in here, they might last me quite a bit longer than I initially thought, because of the fact we are using the grazing mod. So there we go. Sheep are happy, their health will go up to 100%. The chickens will start going up again now that we've given them a bit of food. They're actually chickens, thinking about it, are going to be a lot more difficult to maintain for feed because I think they consume a lot more feed than they're actually giving back in eggs. Because we haven't picked up that much, have we, when it comes to eggs? Now, I do think I've got a mod on that turns the pallets into about 5,000 litres or 5,000 pieces. So that's not bad. Not bad, really. We'd be on a second pallet. But yeah, happy with that, definitely. Finally got the animals. We've even ended off with, what, £11,500 because we did that contract. That goes to show how much we really did need to do that contract to buy that field and also get sheep. So I'm happy with that. We've probably spent a lot, though, thinking about it, on, using Courseplay and Worker to do that. But at least now we've got 3 fields combined. I only initially thought we'd get the 1. Then we went on to the 2nd. Didn't think I'd get a 3rd. No, I don't think I can get 116 or 120 because they're going to be well over $100,000. I mean, that's probably about, 140 that is. And that one is 112. So technically we could go down to that field next. And that would make it a big chunk, wouldn't it? That's a decent sized field. In fact, it could be, about the size of field 48. Still won't call it the biggest field. I think 122 and 165, or these are plots now because they're actually different field numbers. So field 6 and field 46, I'd say, are the biggest fields. That's 6.48 hectares. That's 6.3. So it's field 122 that's the biggest plot of land. So we need to get it over that. That's what we need to do. We need to make the biggest field on Court Farms. And I think we can do that. We're not doing too bad. We're getting about halfway. And that'll bring us definitely over half. So imagine if we have this whole stretch. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to have this biggest, massive stretch field from field 24 all the way up to field 11. And then just do one big harvest. And I think that would probably be the perfect way to end this series if we hit that target. So that's the aim. That's pretty much the aim. It's taken me quite some time to complete that. 2 hours of gameplay. Enjoyed it though. Definitely something different with the sugar beet. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.